Incredible. Okay, fam, what's up? We're gonna get started. I see more and more people are jumping on. Welcome. Thanks for joining this call today. If you've been on one of our calls before, welcome back. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're a part of our team, thanks for showing up to work today. But with that, we like to start our calls with wins. So I'll dive into an intro in a little bit, but wins give people time to jump on and get acquainted. We just like to start the vibe high. So I will start. And then you call on someone, and then if you get called on, you can share your win. You can unmute yourself, say your win. If you don't feel comfortable, you can always put it in the chat. That's okay too. And then you call on someone else, and we'll pass that around back and forth for a few minutes. So my win, I will say that I had a really good scone this morning, completely unrelated to work, but just a really, really good lilikoi blueberry scone. Lilikoi is like the Hawaiian version of passion fruit. It was fantastic. So not a bad way to start the Monday morning. I am gonna go ahead and call on Adam Duff to share a win today.
Thanks, B. What's up, everybody? Big news. Charlotte and I just got approved for our dream place up in Byron Bay. So we've been trying to manifest this really nice idea of what we'd love to live in, and we finally managed with fruit trees and chickens and a river down the back. So yeah, that's our major win for this week.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool. Lynn, love to hear your win.
Okay, how do I sound? Hi guys, I would say a win today has been honestly just related to homes as well. My husband and I just got approved for something that we've been really dreaming about. We're investing in a home next year, and we never thought we would be able to, and it's finally happening. So yeah, we kind of met with a real estate agent today, and we're just so pumped. First home ever. So first home 2021, really excited. Yeah, just feeling really, really, really encouraged and good about that. So pretty stoked. Thanks, guys. Okay, I will call on, let's see. How about Carl? Do you want to come out and share a win?
Yeah, sure. Hi, good night, everyone. My win for today would be I received my my first Enagic products today ever in my life. So pretty stoked to connect my first machine and have my first sip of Kangen water, which was actually really, really awesome. Yeah, so that is definitely a big win. So do I choose the next person then? Okay. Let's see. I'll pick Lindsay Meisch, if that's pronounced correctly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually pronounced it perfectly, which is so funny.
All right.
Because nobody ever does. Everyone always pronounces it Mish, but it's Meisch. Which is so funny. I totally knew you were going to call on me. That's hilarious. So my win, I guess, so I've been in the process of launching another business as well, which is super exciting, but it's been a lot of work. And yeah, it's I wanted to launch it at the end of September, and with everything going on, I'm I don't think I'm going to be able to launch it on time, but today I got so much done that I do think I'm going to be able to launch it. Maybe not in 2 days, but definitely probably within the next couple of weeks. So that's super exciting. So that is my win. All right, let's see. Let's do Jody.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Yeah. My win is I got to FaceTime with my grandmother today, who's stuck in a home, and she's been in this home for 6 months now. So that was a huge win, and she got to see my little guy. So that was super emotional and awesome. And then on top of that, my win of the week is we actually were just able to travel home to visit her and my whole family for 3 weeks. And and we got back, and there was a whole bunch of checks from this business waiting for me in the mailbox. So that was just an awesome week. That was the first time I ever got to travel and actually take time away from work and come back and still get paid. So that was a huge win for us. So yeah.
Jody, that's incredible. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. What a good win. Do you want to call on one final person to share a win?
Sure. Can I call on Amanda Connor?
Hey. Let's see. Well, literally right before we got on this call, I got one of my birthday presents, and it's a Vitamix, and I'm so happy. It's the little things in life. So I'm so excited. I'm a huge smoothie person and stuff, so I'm really excited for that. But overall, yeah, it's been a great day. We went to the beach. Zeke went skimboarding. I did some work on the beach, and then just came home to be on this call, and it's just feeling really blessed and stuff. So yeah, it's been a great day already and a great week. So it's a win-win all around.
Oh, Amanda, that's awesome. I'm so happy. Happy birthday present Vitamix. Love that.
Yeah.
You do love smoothies, so that's a perfect fit. Sweet. Thank you for sharing. What a good win to tie off on. If anyone else has wins they want to share with the team, feel free to throw them in the chat. You can type anything in the chat that you want. You can share any good part of your week, whoever you are. It can be as simple as a scone or a Vitamix. It can be an awesome work win like Jody, checks in the mail coming home to. Whatever suits you, feel free to throw it in the chat. But I'm going to get us started. I'm going to introduce our speakers. So first of all, before I get started, this call will run for a little over an hour. We're expecting a bit closer to an hour and a half. It is recorded. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, if you have to leave on the hour, we understand. And you can always reach back out to the person who invited you to go ahead and get the rest of the call and catch up on whatever you missed. And so, yeah, with that, let's get started. My name is Brooklyn. I'm the CEO and founder of Life on Purpose Project. And we are a team of digital entrepreneurs that exist to train, uplift, support one another in the roles of building primary or alternate streams of income online. Just as a backstory on us, we have full-time travelers, university dropouts to master's degree holders. We have parents, young adults, stay-at-home mothers, and people who also have thriving and successful full-on careers, like in the medical industry, that were honestly just ready to have a little bit more financial abundance in their life. So with that, today, we have a lineup of speakers here to share with you some key components to successfully monetizing your social media, which is honestly one of the most important and fruitful pieces to earning an income online. Social media is key. So for the sake of transparency, again, more information, more backstory before we start. We all utilize distributorship with a company called Enagic. That is the leading producer for in-home medical grade certified water ionizing machines. It's a mouthful. They're full of incredible health and lifestyle benefits. The compensation plan attached to this is honestly the largest and most easily accessible in the online sales world, which is exactly why we're so attracted to it. However, what we're sharing today is completely applicable to any and all forms of working online, from monetizing a blog to being a bikini influencer or starting your own business online or tapping into any kind of direct sales or affiliate marketing. So yeah, everything today is applicable wherever you're at, whatever you do, whatever your goal is going forward. So with all of that information and without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce our first speaker, one of my close personal friends and an incredible business leader. Here's Alyssa Lehman. Alyssa, do you want to come on?
Hi. I'm super nervous, but I'm super excited to be here. So thank you, Brooklyn, for that beautiful introduction. Can you guys hear me all right? All good? Beautiful. So first, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory as to who I am, and then I'm going to share with you all my top 3 tips to be able to successfully monetize your social media. So who am I and really what makes me qualified to speak on this call. Like I said, my name is Alyssa. I'm just a small town girl from literally the middle of nowhere in Canada. I'm also an online business mentor. I was a full-time traveler for a couple of years of my life, and I earn my income entirely through social media, which I know might sound crazy to some of you, but welcome to 2020. The opportunities are endless. So what I am not is I'm not like that typical Instagram influencer. I don't have like a bajillion million followers. I literally have like less than 2,000. I don't have a YouTube channel or anything like fancy like that. And I didn't have any prior experience in the social media world until last year. I also don't have like a business degree or a marketing degree. I literally don't even have a college degree. But despite all of that, what I do have is a very successful, thriving online business, and I know how to teach others to achieve the same thing. And above all else, my greatest passion, obsession, motivation in life is freedom and having the ability to teach others to leverage the power of the internet, something, if you're on this call, you literally have at your fingertips, and be able to utilize that to your own advantage. And why am I so passionate about that? So that others can also live a life that feels free and epic and abundant, literally whatever that looks like to you. It could be traveling, it could be staying at home with your kids, it could be doing nothing, like I don't care. But social media has truly played such a large part in the freedom I'm able to experience in my own life. So I'm super stoked to be able to share that with other people and be able to share some tips with you all today. And if you're on this call or if you're watching the replay, you might be in like a similar boat that I was before I started my business last year. Like I had been looking for an opportunity for years, and I wanted to work online and I wanted to have the freedom to kind of live my life on my own terms, because I just didn't vibe with the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Like I said, I need freedom. I need to be able to do what I want when I want, and I need that independence. Like I've always wanted to be my own boss, and I'm a bit of a control freak. So I wanted to be in control of my own income as well. Insert learning how to effectively monetize my social media accounts. So for whatever reason it is that you're like personally on this call, you might have similar kind of beliefs to me, where you think that in order to make a decent amount of money online, you have to have some high level influencer status or 1 million followers, or maybe you're under the impression that you need prior experience, or that it's complex or hard. And another good one is maybe you're afraid that somebody's going to tell you that you have to like cold message and DM every single freaking person that you know, asking them to buy something from you. That was one of my biggest fears before I started. So I'm here to help you squash those beliefs and show you that it does not need to be like that at all. And there are so many better, more efficient ways of doing things. Like we don't need to be all up in our friends or families, or even strangers for that matters, DM with like, I know you've probably got these messages, because I have. It's like, hey girl, I love your page, even though I don't know you at all. I think you would benefit or would love like ... messages. That's just not the vibe we're going for. Hopefully, along with coronavirus, we can leave that in 2020 and not bring that into 2021 with us. Anyways, that's just like a little bit about who I am, but I'm so stoked to see so many of you guys on here, and I'm really excited to share. So my top 3 tips to be able to successfully monetize your social media accounts are: number 1, this one is super important, is partner with a company that you can stand behind fully. Authenticity and genuine love always wins, full stop. Biggest tip ever. It's so important that you find a company or a product that you genuinely have love for and use every single day, or would use every single day, and one that you would continue to use even if you didn't get like paid to promote it or earn an income through it. Bonus points if it's a high ticket item, because high ticket items have high ticket return, meaning lower volume of sales required by you to actually earn a substantial income. Good example is like if you're selling like a protein powder, you make $10 commission on that. Really, how much volume of sales would you have to sell in order to actually earn a full-time income versus higher ticket? If you're earning a higher ticket income, say you have like a return of $1,000, you could sell 2 or 3 products and make a decent income every month. And then another bonus point is if it's something that helps the collective and is something that literally anyone can benefit from having, because impact, obviously. And as we all know, there are literally endless opportunities in the online world. If you spent any time on social media, I'm sure you've seen tons. So I'll share like a quick little bit about why I personally chose to become a Kangen water distributor and partner with Enagic over anything else. Number one, it ticked all my boxes in terms of sustainability. Enagic is a sustainable company that has been around for decades. They produce sustainable products. They're literally medical grade. Their ethics are in alignment with mine. It helps the planet, helps people. The company does a lot of good, it changes so many lives. And it's literally water. Like everyone on the planet needs to drink water, and more importantly, clean water. Like it's so simple, such a simple concept, and the compensation plan seriously like blows any other one out of the water. That sounds so dumb, as if talk about water blows out of the water in terms of generosity. And then again, more importantly, it's something that I could fully, authentically stand behind promoting and feel like really freaking stoked about it. Like I will use my Kangen water machine until the day that I die, like bury it with me. Even tomorrow, if I never got paid another cent, I would continue to talk about it to literally anyone who will listen. That's just how passionate and obsessed I am with it. And why would I be so obsessed with the water machine? Because I know and I believe so strongly, literally to my core, that this water changes health, changes lives, and so does the business opportunity that comes with it. And again, the reason I'm telling you all of this is because it's so important to understand that people, especially in the online space, will be able to tell if you're promoting something or trying to sell something that isn't authentic to you. Like there has to be alignment behind it. Like if I was online, for example, trying to sell makeup when I literally never wear makeup, that energy would be weird and people would be able to sense that. It wouldn't be received well through my community or my audience. It would come across as forced and faked, and it just wouldn't feel true to me. So it would be super freaking hard to see any success when you're that much out of alignment with yourself. So number one, partner with something, product, a company, whatever it might be, that feels in alignment with you and that you can be genuine and share from authenticity with. And then my second tip is come from a place of being of service to others. Utilize your social media accounts as a way to create, to impact, to inspire, to connect, to support, and above all else, like top of the head, don't try and be someone you're not on social media. Just because you see other people doing it, maybe it looks like it's working for them, or you see they have a lot of success. Authenticity, and I know I keep saying that word, but it's so important. Honestly, like just being your weird, imperfect, silly self is one of the top things that you can do, because this is what's going to naturally attract your people to you. If you're trying to be someone you're not, you're going to attract people who don't necessarily vibe with you. But when you're standing fully in yourself, you will attract your people, and it'll come with effortless and ease. And like social media is such a powerful tool when it's used with intention and care. And when you realize what you're doing online or what you have the ability to do online is so much bigger than yourself, and that literally like this little device in your hands has the power to change lives, the game changes like forever. Seriously, one of the biggest mindset shifts that helped me find success with the social media based business was really no longer making it all about me. Like, of course, I still have bills to pay, and it's fun to hit new milestones in my business, and it's fun to grow and evolve. But honestly and truly, making it more about the impact, being of service to others, focusing on the bigger picture and the ripple effect that you have, literally just, it changes everything. especially if this is something that's new to you, or if sales feels weird or unnatural, which I know it might. We all have preconceived notions and beliefs about selling and earning money through referrals. And speaking from personal experience and being someone who's dealt with all those limiting beliefs around the topic, and going from literally no prior experience to doing over like $100,000 in sales in under a year, sales like transforms and feels so different and so fun when it's coming from a place of, one, non-attachment to the outcome, and two, truly just sharing with the intention to help others. Again, this is another reason why it's so important to partner with something and a company that is in alignment with you, your values, and your morals, because people who are online and sharing something from like that heart-centered space and with authenticity are so much more magnetic, and will attract people so much easier, and the process will unfold so much easier when it's coming from that space. So that's number 2. Be authentically you and come from a place of service to others. And then my third and final tip before I wrap this up and I pass it on to Charity is to be and stay consistent. Building a legit business online and getting to that place where you're able to earn passive income will never ever be a get rich quick type of thing, especially if it's legitimate. Like, you're not going to go and post on social media once or twice and then all of a sudden you're just like racking in the bucks. There is real effort required, and it doesn't happen overnight. So if anyone ever promises you that, please run far away immediately, because they're a liar. They're lying to you. It's not going to work like that. But honestly, if you follow the tips that we all share in this call today and you're consistent with your efforts, the results and the success will come without a doubt. It's inevitable. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's like going to the gym, right? You wouldn't expect to work out once or twice and then all of a sudden just have like the body of your dreams. It's the consistency that adds up to the results over a period of time. It's the same with business. It's the same with entrepreneurship. It's the same with social media. Consistency breeds incredible results. And of course, there's going to be times where you really have to flex that faith muscle and you're going to have to trust the process along the way. But after doing this for over a year and seeing countless people like step into this role, 10 times out of 10, the people who are consistently taking aligned and imperfect, it doesn't have to be perfect, action are the ones who are successful when it comes to this sort of thing. So that's number 3, stay consistent. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I promise you that it's working behind the scenes, even when it doesn't feel like it. And the only way you would ever fail is if you give up. So a little fourth bonus tip, if this has been something that has been on your mind for a while, you just got to go for it. Like, honestly, that's the first step. This precedes all of it. You have to start taking action towards your goals and your dreams, because life is too freaking precious and too short not to. Anyways, I'm shaking. Thank you for listening. That's it for me. I appreciate all of you, and I'm stoked for all of you who showed up for yourselves today. I'm going to pass it off to the beautiful Charity.
Hey, Alyssa, thank you so much. That information was awesome. One of the things you brought up is something I actually get to expound on, which is authenticity. I just want to say I'm so grateful to be here. This is when I became a speaker for this class, I did not feel qualified to be here because I just joined Enagic in August. But as I began working through the topic that I wanted to speak on, I realized that this information goes so far beyond social media or even just business. And I'm really passionate about this topic. A little bit about me: I'm a mom of 2 little kids. I'm a wife to a custom trim carpenter, and he's a professional archer as well. And I operate 2 family-owned wedding venues, so I'm very used to using social media for business and dealing with all sorts of customers. As you can imagine, wedding weekends are just so high emotions everywhere. They're so much fun. But there's a lot of emotions all over the place, good and bad emotions. So I'm used to dealing with a variety of customers. And the question that I'm posing is, why is it so important to be authentic, not only in social media, but also in life in general? And being authentic is one of the most valuable things you can learn for life and business. Yet so many of us struggle with being like truly authentic. So if that's you, like just know you're not alone. Just the fact that you're willing to acknowledge that you want to take the path to greater authenticity is like a huge hurdle that some people don't even cross in their entire lifetime. So take a moment to be grateful for that, that you're in a place where you can see your need for living an authentic life. The road to authenticity, it looks a lot like letting go of who you think you should be and what you think, your business should look like, and just embracing who you are and what you are. We weren't created to please everyone. From childhood, many of us, it became like ingrained in us to please our parents. And we learned quickly what would happen if we didn't. But that was never meant to be the role of a child, to please the parent. That was never really meant to be the role of a human, to please other humans with our life choices and behaviors. Now, does that mean like we should run around behaving however we want and terrorizing everybody in our path, like without a thought to anybody else? No, but our motive and perspective for caring about others should come from a place of love for others, not fear of others. Those are two totally different things. And how each of us is going to love others is going to be unique and different. And that's where your authenticity, your uniqueness, like I said, is going to come from. And that love is going to be the factor that draws people to you. Not everyone is going to be drawn to your authentic self, and that's okay. Learn to be confident in who you are and what you believe, so that when someone doesn't vibe with you, you can just let them go without bitterness or stress. Or most importantly, you can let them go without even questioning yourself and what you believe. And I want to emphasize, like, when you are able to become and be authentic, it is so freeing. If you don't get any other benefit out of being authentic other than having the freedom that like accompanies that authenticity, it would be worth every hard moment on the journey to authenticity. I mean, I asked the question on my Instagram stories, what stops you from being authentic? And I had already written out like an outline for what I wanted to say tonight. And honestly, these answers were not surprising to me. They were sad to me, but they were not surprising. I received answers like, I'm scared of what other people will think about me. I don't want to deal with rude and hurtful opinions. Fear of looking stupid. I'm uncertain of who I even am to be authentic. And then one girl said, which I resonate with this a lot, like afraid of what specific family members' opinions would be and what they would say. And I have dealt with those exact fears. And I have been uncertain, what authentic me even looks like, because I wasn't sure what I believed at one point. Then, I took the next step. Once I knew what I did believe, I was too scared to put it out there because I didn't know if I would get a good response from certain people in my life. Then it's like step by step. Then once I put myself out there, I had to deal with a backlash of judgments and misperceptions about me, lies, gossip, and just tons of negativity. And then I finally got to a place of growth and freedom to just be me, to step like into my purpose that I was created for. And it's a daily thing. It's like a daily acknowledging who you are intentionally growing to become. And sometimes a daily like letting go of opinions of others, because that negativity has not stopped. It hasn't, but my response to it has completely changed. So let's like dig into it a little bit. Why would you be struggling to be authentic on social media? So some of those questions that people already, answered on my Instagram stories pertain to this. So it could be that you don't all like resonate with your own life choices. Like you might be at that point in your life, like back here on the journey, because we're all on a journey. So I'm not judging you if you're on a different stage in your journey. Like none of us are here to judge you for whatever stage you're at on your journey. So maybe you just don't even resonate with your own life choices at this point. So posting things feels like a chore to you. You don't even know for sure who you are or who you want to be. And that's okay. Just like take this time to like take a step back, look at your life, look at your business. How do you spend your time? And then separate that. How do you spend your time? And then separate that and ask yourself, what things make you feel peaceful? What things makes you feel happy? Does your time line up with those things that make you feel peaceful and happy? Does your time line up with who you want to be and to who you want to become? And it's okay if you don't know who you are and what you want your business to look like right in this moment. We've all been there at some point. And this is an amazing time, like I said, just to pause and ask yourself those questions and give yourself some straight answers. Like, be hard on yourself and be really honest and dig deep for those answers, and then adjust your life, as you need to. And the big worry we just talked about too was, what will people think about you? You think people may attack you and judge you, and there are going to be people who don't understand how you can be vulnerable, how you can share vulnerable and real posts. People aren't going to understand how you have the confidence to be an entrepreneur because they feel safe working their 8 to 5 job. And that's okay. Like, you honestly don't want to be drawing those types of people into your business or into your life. And emotionally healthy people are not going to be running around judging others for their life choices. Some people don't get fazed by the judgments of others, but that is not my story. I want others to like me. I want others to understand like my pure heart and like what I'm doing with my life. And that's just my personality type. It just is. Period. That's my personality. And I'm not telling you guys to be someone that you aren't. I'm not telling you to like become someone who has a tough skin, who just doesn't care about others at all. Don't like block out the opinions of others with bitterness and resentment and all these walls up. I've seen, people that walk around just totally guarded constantly because they have determined to not let anyone's negativity affect them. So they have these walls up because they're like, I'm not going to be affected by that. I am not going to be affected by that. And what they don't realize is those walls are actually more harmful to themselves than the other people. And for me, it was slowly teaching myself how to break the pattern of my own response to that negativity. At first, that looked like me just finally stopping responding to these people, not engaging with them. And I would still like talk to my husband and my best friend and be frustrated. And it was still affecting me. So I stopped, that engaging cycle. But then I had to work towards not even talking about it at all because that was stirring up so much bitterness in me. And you don't want to be living with that inside of you. It's going to distract you from everything else good that you could be doing in your life. And then I would start feeling, I worked through that, and then I would be feeling doubts about myself or what I believed when someone attacked me. And I would try to understand their thought process. And let me tell you, that's a black hole. Don't try to understand somebody else's thought process. You don't need to understand someone else's thought process. And I finally got to where I could just fully accept and embrace that someone else can think something completely wrong about me, and I can feel not like one negative emotion. I feel sad for them that they're missing out on being positively impacted by me, but that's their choice, and I can accept it and not be burdened by it and not keep those walls, up to where I can't even, have a conversation with somebody. I can completely just no bitterness. That's their life. It comes in, let it out. If it's not going to, help you in your life, just let it go. And I couldn't have gotten to that place without the first step of acknowledging who I am, what I love, accepting myself for me, accepting the purpose that I was created for as my purpose, and being okay if others don't like that. We have to accept ourselves for who we are before we can really impact others. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record right now, and some of you might be thinking, okay, what does this have to do with making money on social media? But I promise you that if you cannot be authentic, you will not be able to be successful through social media or life in general. Authenticity is what inspires loyalty and engagement, specifically on social media. Knowing who you are, what you believe, will help you naturally know like how to market your ideal clientele, because you really want to market to people that are like you and have something in common with you. And you're not going to be able to draw those people to yourself unless you first know who you are and you can be authentic. If you're doing something that you love and that you're passionate about, that goes with your authentic self. You're naturally going to be marketing to those who are like-minded, those who hold similar values. Not every value, is the same. Like, there are business partners that I have. that have very different views on some things in life, but we have a common mindset on business matters. You know, I don't agree with everything my fitness trainer believes, but I do align with her fitness and diet. Um, if you think about those who you resonate with and enjoy following the most on social media, like stop and think what it is about them that you enjoy. Is it that you line up with every single thing about them? Generally, no. It's because you resonate with certain aspects of their life. So that's why like social media gurus will tell you to pick 3 to 5 pillars or general topics that you want to post about consistently on social media, because that's creating a space where your followers can get to know you through you sharing about your top priorities and interests. But before you can even put those top priorities and pillars together, you have to take steps to figure out who you are and who your authentic self is. It's much more effective and easy to impact other people's lives if you know yourself and your purpose. You were created for a specific purpose. You were made to impact certain people. And if you don't step into that, not only will others miss out, but you're going to miss out on this huge blessing that comes with impacting others positively through things that you love and through things that you're passionate about. Remember that people are drawn to those who exude self-confidence and passion and trustworthiness. Just be you, confidently you, because no one else is going to be. So now I get to pass the torch to Charlotte. She's created an online business so she can travel and work from like anywhere in the world, which is like so fascinating to me. And I really can't wait to hear what she has to say. So Charlotte, I'm going to pass it on to you.
Hey guys, can you all hear me? Sweet. So I just wanted to start by saying welcome to everyone on the call, and that I'm really happy that you're all here today. So for those of you who haven't virtually met me, I am Charlotte, 22, and I am currently living on the Northern Rivers of New South Wales. So following on from Listen Charity, I wanted to share some value and insight on monetizing social media through lifestyle. And by having the location and time freedom to enjoy and design your own life and your own time here on earth, that's like a major factor. So you don't have to sacrifice your own values in order to make an income. So got a few points that I want to touch on. And the first one is promoting your true and aligned lifestyle. So by choosing to share and promote your true and favored lifestyle, it actually enables you and encourages you to do even more of what you love each day, which is fucking awesome. So don't mind my language, but whether your passion is like travel or food or health and wellness or art, people are going to follow and engage with you and your posts based on them relating to those specific things. So it means that you get to spend more time doing what you actually want and what you actually love. And really, like, by doing more of the things that you love, it actually raises your personal vibration and brings more of what you love to you. So it's kind of like a win-win. And honestly, by choosing to live like this, you're really encouraging other people to live out their own life by their own design and live out their truth. And so encouraging other people to start following their own personal truth is one of the greatest gifts like of this life. Social media as people's first impression of you is my next point. When people want to know who you are or what you're about or what it is you do, your social media is the first thing someone's going to have a look at. So creating a feed that captures people's attention or that's aesthetically pleasing is really important. And it doesn't matter what field you're in. So the fitness industry, health, wellness, travel, your lifestyle and the content you share with the world is why people choose to follow you. So for example, Brooklyn, the one who opened the call, our mentor, our leader, I came across her page and I was drawn in because she was living the life I wanted. She was living in Greece full time. She was working online and I share those values with her. So it made sense to reach out to her. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know how I could do what she was doing. And in saying that, it definitely helps, but you don't need to have the perfect looking, aesthetically pleasing social media feed, because it comes down to the content that you share with your words and your intention behind it that allows people to feel connected to you. So let's say there's 3 people who all have amazing, beautiful feeds and they all offer the same product or the same thing. You won't necessarily relate to each of those people. You relate to the one that shares the same values as you do. And by sharing the core values of your ideal lifestyle, you'll attract the right people by connecting with them from the beginning, which is amazing. And honestly, like, not only that, before you know it, you've got a circle of best friends solely online that you feel like you've known for your whole life. So this next point I'm going to touch on, if you can all grab a pen and piece of paper or have it ready to type in your notes, I'm going to ask you all a few questions and I want you to write a short answer that you can revisit later. So the importance of why and what why means. Not all of you might know what why is, but your why is the reason you want something and it's what you fall back on when things get tough. So first question, what is your why? I'll give you 20 seconds to write it down. Adam wrote in the chat, to be independent, to explore, be free, charity, freedom for my family, raise my babies, nice guys. So why do you want X, Y, Z? Be specific. Why do you want more freedom? What is it that you want and why do you want it? Debt free, raise my babies, freedom. To see the world and connect with more incredible people. Love this, guys. Now, is what you're currently doing allowing you to live that out? Why do you do what you do? Do these things align? Loving all the responses in the chat too. So I'm going to give you an example of how this opportunity allows me to live out my own personal why. I get to pick my own hours. I get to pick my own colleagues. I work from wherever I like and I connect with people wherever I go. So I'm not tied to one location. I've just moved like 3 times in the last 2 months. So it allows me to earn an income from literally just spending my days in whatever way I choose, and literally just by being transparent, by sharing myself with people openly and vulnerably and shamelessly. And like Brooklyn said, like moving to a dream location during a pandemic, like it's more than possible. And like Alyssa and Charity also said, authenticity is essential. Being vulnerable and authentic is really key to creating a purposeful and valuable relationship with someone. And let's say you're a travel blogger, for example. You might have this most beautiful feed and highlight reel, but it's the content. It comes down to the content that you're sharing about your personal humanity, your story, your why. That's what captivates people. And we're all human beings. We all go through shit, like it's both good and bad in our lives. So generally what you're going through, someone else is too. So you're never alone. And this is why being vulnerable and honest allows people to feel more connected to you. Like they know you, like, I don't know, they're your best friend and they can relate to you, which forms like a much stronger connection and relationship with them as well. So by portraying you have this perfect life, even if it is great, it can make it hard or basically impossible for anyone to feel like they can reach out to you or relate to you. And for me personally, by sharing my own story, whether it's been past or present circumstances and experiences, for example, I went from working 2 to 3 jobs, 5 to 7 days a week, close to 40 plus hours a week. And now I literally have more time than I could have ever imagined. And it allows people to look at life with me rather than showing off in a way, if that makes sense. So I want you all to know that we are not salespeople. We are connectors, we are relators, and we are problem solvers. You don't need to focus on selling a product, even if you 100% believe in it and stand behind it. We address we address the product and the value and the benefits it has, all of our Enagic products, and they give so much value to our ideal lifestyle, but it's complementary to living out your truth, as well as getting to incorporate freedom and health at the same time. So we don't convince people to buy anything. We just help people figure out the steps and work through their fears of walking their own truthful path. And how often do you hear the phrase time, location, financial freedom a lot? And the reason it's almost overused in a sense is because we all want it. It's universal. The basic need of humans is freedom of choice. And the reason I'm a part of this business is because I want all of these things. I want to travel. I want to help people. I don't want to be tied to a place where I'm working 30 plus hours a week in a job I don't love just to make a living. Like, this business is, you're not a typical salesperson in this business. You're not using social media to sell, but like, you're here to connect and you're here to build a lifelong relationship with as many people as you can while loving what you're doing. And it's an opportunity to use social media to express yourself and to grow alongside other like-minded individuals who also want to express and follow their truth. So we're here to offer you a solution. We're here to offer people a solution who feel called to step into something different, something purposeful, and something connective. But it's for those who don't know where to begin. So, coming close to the end now, but I would love for you all to drop some answers into the chat. I've got 4 simple questions. What is freedom to you in 3 words? Would really love for you all to participate. Designing every day, living my life, surfing, adventuring, traveling, live life fully, time, money, beach, doing what I want. And how badly do you want these things out of 10? 1,000, 100, lots of numbers there. Are you making these things your priority right now? Yes or no? Lots of yeses coming through, that's what I like to see. Sometimes no, that's okay too. And if not, are you willing to, or are you willing to reach out to someone who can help you create these action steps? Yes or no? All in, yes. Yes. Hopefully it's a yes. So it's really easy to get lost in what I call the scroll hole, finding ourselves mindlessly scrolling on social media, looking at other people living out their desires or their truth, wishing it was our own dream life, but we're never actually taking the first steps toward living our own. So for all of us already working with Enagic and the breakaway movement, this was our first step towards stopping wishing and to start creating. I just wanted to read out a couple of tips I wrote down for you on how you can use your lifestyle to monetize social media. So share your daily activities, share your adventures, share your eats on your story that have some sort of personal meaning to you and that align with your passions. Spend more time doing the things you love. Take some snapshots, take some clips, take some photos of your surroundings or of yourself while you're there, and then share it. Share. So aesthetically pleasing social media feeds really are as important as giving value. And if you can do both, that's even better. And lastly, don't be afraid to share your story. Share yourself, be yourself, allow people to see you for you, because that's where like people get to know you and people feel like they're your best friends. So that's all I've got for you all. But I'm going to pass the reins over to Lindsay Maish. I was going to say Mish, but Maish. So Lindsay, where you at, girl?
I'm here. Now everyone's gonna be super conscious about how they say my name. That was amazing. This whole call has been so freaking so far. Oh my god. Well, everyone, if you don't know me, my name's Lindsay. I've actually been an Instagram micro influencer for about like 5-ish years. I've been an entrepreneur for like 5-ish months. So I want to talk about the difference between the two, especially because there is a huge income difference. So I'm about to get like a lot of logistics and numbers coming at you. But so I said micro influencer, so I kind of want to like, clear that. So a micro influencer is someone who has less than 100K followers, and an influencer is someone who has over 100K followers. So keep that in mind. So there is this like common misconception. I just see it all the time. People think that if you have like 10K plus followers and a couple of discount codes, that you're just like rolling in the dough, and like Instagram is just like cutting you a check every month. That's really, really not the case. So when you collaborate with a brand, whether you're a micro influencer or a full-blown influencer, so they send you products and then they give you a discount code. And so when someone uses that discount code, you get a percentage of the sale. But the percentage is only like 5-10%, like maybe 15 if you're lucky. So I mean, it's usually not high ticket items either. So you're maybe making like $5 to $20 every time someone uses your code. So I mean, realistically, I said, like over the past 5 years, I've probably only made an extra like 50 to 100 on a good month, like $100 a month just from discount codes. I'm very particular about brands that I work with too. I don't just work with everybody, because the one thing I did not want my page to become was like a walking ad. Like I didn't just want like just like I'm just constantly promoting it, because then I don't become a person, right? I'm literally just an ad. So that was really important to me. So I only work with like maybe 3 brands. But even like an influencer, so I'm talking people with 100K plus, they're really actually only averaging like 30K a year. So that's if you have 100K or more followers. So micro influencers average less than that. And that's the thing, is like influencers, like you don't just get money for having followers on Instagram. Usually these influencers that you see that have like millions of followers, a lot of them actually have YouTube channels, because YouTube actually does pay you for the amount of subscribers and the amount of views that you get. So a lot of times people's Instagram page is just like direct to their YouTube, or these influencers are entrepreneurs as well. They, like in the fitness industry, I'm going to use an analogy, or use the fitness industry a lot because that's the niche that I'm in. But like they'll have like programs, like they'll have like, PDFs for you to download, like workout programs, nutrition programs, and that's actually how they make their money. So I really wanted to clear that up, because I feel like people think like, well, I need to get all these followers to make money. And kind of going back to like what Alyssa was saying, like that's just, it couldn't be further from the truth. And it just really frustrates me sometimes when people say that, 'cause I'm like, trust me, I've been trying for 5 years. You're not going to make the kind of money that you want to make just from being an influencer. But yeah, so like I said, they average like 30K a year. Oh, my dog's going to come join us. Which you might think is actually decent money, right? Like 30K, that's like the average middle class salary. But that takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it can take years to get there. I've been on Instagram for like doing my influencing for 5+ years, and I'm nowhere near 100K. So it's really, really hard to like make it on Instagram, right? So, and not to say that like being an entrepreneur doesn't work, because it is, but like I made more money as an entrepreneur in a shorter amount of time than I ever did as an influencer. Like I can replace, like, so I used to work full time as a hairdresser. I still do hair a little bit, like for friends and family, but I was able to replace my entire month of working full time as a hairdresser in my first month, honestly, in one day, So there's that huge gap between like the income of an influencer, which like is going to be really hard to do, or you can take, step into the role of an entrepreneur. So what's kind of the difference, right? So influencers, they tend to post more like they post more about like themselves and like more what they want, right? They'll kind of like take you through their day and like they went to lunch here, did this there, you know, and then they have their discount codes. So sales are just kind of like a byproduct of that. But like influencers, you know, they don't usually, when it comes to posting, there's not really like a real intention or even a lot of value behind the post. I mean, there might be a little, like if you go a fitness influencer, you know, they post a workout video, obviously you might find value in that because you're looking for weight out, but like it's not really solving a problem. So like think of when you're scrolling through your feed and you see a beautiful picture and there's like no caption, or there's just like emojis, like there's no value in it. It's like they almost just like post just to post. And that's because with influencers, they're more concerned with vanity metrics. They want their followers. They care about how many likes and comments a picture gets, as opposed to an entrepreneur who will post less often but higher quality content. And that's because that entrepreneur mindset is to listen to the audience. It's to listen to the person on the other side of the phone or the computer, and, you know, figuring out what are the most common questions that they're getting? What are questions that they should be getting if people aren't asking them? What are objections? And their job as an entrepreneur is to answer that, and it's to solve the problem. Entrepreneurs post for the other person, they post for their audience. So they don't really care about vanity metrics, because honestly, there's no point in having 10,000 followers if 10,000 people don't know, like, and trust you. So, I mean, I would rather have 10 followers that trusted me wholeheartedly and cared what I had to say so I can solve a problem, as opposed to 10,000 people that just want to see my ass and a pair of leggings. Like, that kind of means nothing to me, you know? So, and that's not to say that the two merge, right? Like entrepreneurs, especially our business, our brand, like we're very personal brand. So like our business is us. Like I am my business. And so we can have influencer tendencies because we are a person. So it's like we do want to post personal things so people can relate to us and connect with us as people, but everything we post has intention, it has purpose, and it's always aligned with our brand. So kind of sticking, like Charity was saying, sticking to your pillars and sticking to the authenticity instead of just kind of being all over the place. Like your stories, when you post a story, should tell a story. Like it should have a start, a middle, and an end. So my point, kind of to bring this all together, is that there is a definite difference between influencer and entrepreneur. And you don't have to be an influencer to make money online, because there are so many successful online entrepreneurs and self-made millionaires working online that started from zero. They started with 0 followers, just like the rest of us. So it's totally possible. You want to step into that entrepreneurial mindset and look at quality over quantity. And thanks to the internet, we all have the same opportunity to reach 7.6 billion people around the world, regardless of our number of followers. So really anybody can do this. I want to leave you with one saying I heard, and it's me, for like pretty much from day one as my entrepreneurial journey, is, you know, I don't know where the staircase is taking me. All I know is my next step. So it's all about baby steps. So just focusing on your next step and what you have to do to get there, and eventually you'll see where the staircase goes. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Alyssa H.
Hi guys, can you hear me? Sweet. All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Alyssa. I am currently living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the United States. And I've been a part of Life on Purpose project for about 2 months now. I affiliated with Enagic around the same time, like 2 months ago. And I wanted to talk to you guys about staying authentic while you're sharing information on social media, which is kind of a good
segue, I think, from what Lindsay was talking about. So whether affiliate marketing is your thing, or if you have a different product or different way of monetizing your social media that you want to do, whether it's like coaching, could be like for fitness or for health, just some sort of other service for people, no matter what that is that you want to do, sharing value is super, super important for your followers and the people to be able to be involved and get interested in what you're doing. So we've probably all seen, whether you've been a part of an MLM or just, seen someone on Instagram or maybe Facebook posting about their products or like a sale that's happening or something like that. And a lot of times it's like a pre-made like story slide, if you will, on Instagram stories and stuff like that. And it's made by the business or the company for you to put out there, which is fine, but it doesn't show you. It doesn't have any of you in it. Like, you're not writing it. You're not really putting the information out there as you would say it. It's just you're promoting it for the company. So you really want people to be able to see yourself and know that you are putting in effort to share this information with them, and that you are a credible source for this information. And when I talk about information, it could be literally like a list of the programs that you've put together for coaching, or diving deep into the science of your products, or just like really anything. But it's highly recommended that you're sharing this information and having it be authentic to yourself and your brand. So how do you go about this? I'm just gonna talk about a few steps that I do personally that hopefully you guys will get some value from, and maybe be able to take some similar steps in sharing information authentically. So Instagram is my platform of choice. I find it easier than Facebook. Haven't ever really been on Facebook much in my whole life, but yeah, so Instagram. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you educate yourself and really know the information that you want to share with people, because the more you know and the more comfortable you are with the information, the easier it's going to be for you to share, whether it's typing it on story slides, whether it's creating a post underneath a picture, or if you're doing like an IGTV or videos on your stories. People are going to know that the information is coming from you personally, and you're not just like reading off of something or copying and pasting it from a website. They're really going to know that you have this information and you are sharing it with them. So this is going to make them more likely to reach out and want to ask you questions, because they know that you are going to have answers for them. So the second point, I guess, is just staying authentic, and how to share the information in a way that it reflects your values and your personality as well. And as you're going through this business venture, whatever it may be for you, you will find your values and things that you align with, and this will be a lot easier, as Alyssa was saying at the beginning, when you have a product or an offering that you are really passionate about. So it's going to be easy to talk about no matter what, but it's going to be even easier when you have the knowledge and you're able to share it in a way that you are passionate about, and it's not just reposting something else from somebody else. So what I do for this is I'm a fan of writing. I really love to write. So I do a lot of Instagram slides with text on them. And what I do to keep it consistent with my Instagram and sort of like my brand, my bio, stuff like that, is I take other pictures from my camera roll, whether it be like hiking, adventuring, just like being in the water, you know, going places, stuff like that. Like that's what I love to do and things that I post about. And so that just sort of keeps it consistent with the rest of my Instagram, and I'm able to save it as a highlight and people can go back and look at it. And it doesn't always have to be exactly, you know, related to the text that you're putting on there. It could be, you know, a completely unrelated, but it's still the same sort of vibe you get from the image. And if pictures aren't your thing, you can always go with like a colorful background. You can go patterns, you know, whatever floats your boat. It's your thing. But as long as it reflects you and you're still able to get this information across to the people that you are trying to reach, your ideal client. So yeah, it just makes your information stand out when you're posting it. You know, it's not a cookie cutter of something else. It's not a copy and paste. It's credible. You know, that you're confident. People are going to see your confidence in sharing this, and they're going to want to ask questions, and you're going to feel great because you're going to know the answers and you're going to be able to help them, and just keep passing it on. And that's, I feel like, a big part of what this journey is for me, and I know a lot of other people in this team, is just passing on this information so other people can have the success that all of us are experiencing and seeing, and just helping each other with, and just sharing value. So yeah, sharing value is just, it's such a valuable thing for your followers and for yourself to stay educated and just be true to you. So yeah, I think authenticity has really been a big theme throughout this whole call. And it's just, it's literally what sells. It's what people look for. They want to know you and your personality, because eventually they're gonna work with you. You know, I'd be less likely to go like work with someone that I didn't know if I would really vibe with, or if I didn't know if I was going to you know, share any beliefs with them at all. And if I, you know, see someone on Instagram, like, wow, they're super cool, you know, I really like what they're saying, I like what they're promoting, you know, like with Enagic, like the sustainability part is super important to me, you know, reducing our single-use plastic, stuff like that. And so when people connect with me about that, I'm just super excited, because I'm like, wow, you know, this is how you create this community of people who have similar interests. So yeah, that was pretty much all I had. I hope some of these tips were helpful, and I'm super excited for you guys to hear what Lindsay has to share. So I'm going to pass it off to her.
Thank you, Alyssa. Hi, guys. First of all, deep breath. You've made it this far. I'm super proud of you. I know these calls can be a lot of information, so do some stretching, stretch out that hand that you've been taking notes with. Take a breath. You guys, this is so epic. It's been so fun. A little bit about me before I kind of tap into my tips for you guys today is I'm Lindsay Chitwood. I am 34 years old. I am from the island of Maui, Hawaii, but currently live in beautiful Oregon. And I've been out here for about 15 years, running a business for about 1 year online. And for those of you that have been following me, I work in the medical field. Graduated from nursing school a couple years ago, and absolutely love working one-on-one with people, making those connections, and finally feel like I can do the work that I've been called to do in the health industry, because of Enagic and because of this opportunity that we've been sharing with you guys today. So I'm going to share a slide with all of you because I'm a big visual aid person. I feel like it definitely leaves a lasting impression. So I'm going to share my screen and see if this works for you guys. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pull up just a slide here. Can you guys all see this? Okay, amazing. Okay, I feel so professional doing this. This is funny. Okay, so as you can tell, the theme of this call has been authenticity. And I cannot stress enough just how much, just how eye-opening it has been I still call myself a baby entrepreneur, how much authenticity really plays a role in making those connections with people in person and online. So I'm gonna tap into my first tip with you guys, and it's storytelling. So your life is your brand. When you get into online marketing, a lot of people struggle with, well, I feel like this is my calling. However, like, how do I brand myself? Like, what does that even look like? It can be a little intimidating at first, but it's simple. And what I realized was I started out with maybe like 600 followers, freaking out. Like, I don't know how I'm going to brand myself or put myself out there, super nervous. And I realized all I had to do, and what everybody has said on this call, was just live my life and share my experiences. And that right there was my brand. So storytelling is something that I have turned into a profession. And it's hilarious because, we've been doing this all of our lives. We share moments, we look at pictures, we talk about, or Facebook reminds us, hey, this memory a year ago happened. And all of these moments and these impressions can be used for you in this business. So storytelling is your passions, your hobbies, those life experiences. And like most of us were saying, that is what builds those connections with people. So again, what is storytelling? It's creating a visual imprint on your audience. So we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have these little snapshots of our lives. But we're leaving lasting impressions, whether it's something that might trigger somebody, something might prompt somebody to dig deep and start doing some inner work. Some might just inspire to, maybe it's swipe up and send you a message. Whatever that call to action is, that stems from storytelling and being that authentic storyteller. It also offers a solution. It offers a suggestion and a gift. So a lot of us in this industry, and I myself, have figured out that the power of storytelling, it opens that dialogue, it builds rapport, it maintains a relationship with the people that you are drawing in, your unique audience, and that is super powerful. And once you establish that bond, you can offer that solution, you can offer that gift, you can change somebody's mindset, which is so epic. I do this a lot in the medical field. Through listening and sharing versus telling, is you're building this immediate connection. So Instagram and Facebook and monetizing your social media via storytelling has absolutely been such a epic way to run our business. And it's a very organic way of doing it. So maybe some of us are used to paying for ads, or really, maybe struggle with putting ourselves out there. Just start sharing your life, share your hobbies, share your passions. Amanda on this call is a really good example of sharing her passions and living life. She's a yogi and full-time online business owner with her husband, Zeke. Very inspiring, you guys, if you ever want to take a look at her Instagram. She's a great example of this. So how does storytelling work for you? Again, it's building connection. So I highlighted that on this slide. And it also ties in really nicely with, it highlights your character. It really harnesses the importance of your qualities. So not only is it allowing you to really tap into the things that you love, but now you're openly sharing this with your audience. Your character, everything is out, full-blown public, okay, which can also be a little scary at first. However, what we've said today is it attracts your unique audience. So there's never any stress to feel like you have to get all these followers and, try to connect with, different people. Maybe you don't share the same interests. If you're sharing who you are, you're going to attract those like-minded people 100%. You're going to be able to just dive into a conversation like you've known each other for years. So it's very important to think about things that set your soul on fire. Think about things that you enjoy doing on the daily. Maybe it's with your partner, maybe your children, maybe it's another full-time job that you have right now. If that brings you joy, share that. People want to hear it. They want to see the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of your life. And that right there will definitely make you a very powerful online marketer, and you'll have a very powerful online presence that way. The second thing I want to talk about with you guys today is affiliate marketing. This is something that I had no clue about. Given fresh out of nursing school, I relied solely on my medical job. Like that was it. That's what brought me financial abundance, and really like was sold out on nursing. Like I probably freaked some people out just talking about nursing all the time. And then a year later, I was like, why am I so exhausted? Why do I feel like I'm working to live and I feel like I'm drowning? I'm not seeing anything pouring into my savings account. You know, we're throwing things on the credit card. I'm getting deeper in debt. Like, let's be real. I was not getting to where I wanted to be. I was far from buying that first home, things that really mattered to my husband and I, far from feeling just the freedom of not being tied down. Like debt is so real, and maybe you can relate, but I will be honest, I came out of nursing school with well over $80,000 in debt. That's embarrassing, but I was, you know, I invested myself into nursing school because I knew I wanted to be a nurse. So the outcome outweighed the cost, right? But I was feeling burnt out physically, mentally, and emotionally, you guys. Okay, my marriage suffered. I wasn't spending enough time with my girlfriends. The burnout was real. So I'm here to tell you that affiliate marketing is something that I got introduced to through Enagic. And as an Enagic distributor, it has worked for me in ways where I am paying off debt faster. I am traveling the world and not throwing money on a credit card. I'm paying for trips in full. Things like this where it really raised my vibration of not feeling so stressed by money. Through affiliate marketing, it's changed my perspective on money. I have a very positive outlook now. I can donate money to organizations that really matter to me. And now I'm also marketing a product that aligns with my beliefs, my morals, and also ties in really well with the work that I'm doing in the hospital. So affiliate marketing and how it works is very simple if you've never heard of it. So I'm going to use the example of my coffee mug here. This is made by a company called Keen, and I love this company. They make really great sustainable products. So affiliate marketing is simply this. You have a product, you believe in the product, you use the product, and you promote the product. So you can do that with anything, right? You could do that with your favorite pen and tell me all the reasons why you love this pen and why you use it, and you know how many different colors you have or whatnot. You can do it with your iPhone. You can do it with an item of clothing. If you believe in it, you're going to talk about it all day, every day. And with affiliate marketing, that is simply how it works, is you are representing a product you believe in, and you're so excited about it that it is so easy to talk about it and to share it with your friends or people on your social media platforms, that it comes so effortlessly, that, like Alyssa was saying, that the authenticity is there, that you're not even trying. You just believe in it so much that it's fun. And what I love about affiliate marketing with Enagic specifically is that it has allowed me to really have a work-life balance. Okay, so I still work in the hospital, but I'm able to run an online business, which sounds like a lot. But the beauty of this business is through automation and through a product that I believe in, I can be living out my passions in the medical field and have my online business be running in the background and basically drawing in an audience who believes in the similar things that I do. I don't have to be tied down to my phone every day or my laptop. I can be outside. I love hiking. I love doing very outdoorsy things. And meanwhile, this online business is working for itself. Then when I'm ready to tap into Instagram or Facebook, you know, it's all on my own terms, making my own hours. So I've been able to balance both with effortless, you know, just with ease, and it's been wonderful. The motto that I live by now, and this was not me a year ago, you guys, is I used to say, man, like I said, I feel like I am working to live, or excuse me, living to work. And I've shifted that to now it's time to work to live. And how do I do it the smartest way? And that's through affiliate marketing. With affiliate marketing, how Enagic works specifically, we talk a lot about direct and indirect sales. So Alyssa touched on high ticket items. And with a high ticket item, you have the way the direct sales works is back to the mug, right? So say I am sharing a product that I love this sustainable mug, it gives back to the planet, reduces, you know, waste and whatnot. And I'm talking to Alyssa and telling her all the benefits of it. And now she's sold on it and she wants to invest in the same mug. Well, now we've made that direct connection and now it's turning into a direct sale. So it's that immediate connection you have with a follower or maybe somebody in person that you've been speaking to, and you get compensated for that. And Enagic goes, well done, here is a commission based on the rank status that you're in, but we're gonna honor that beautiful conversation that you had and that direct sale. If you get into indirect sales, so say you really love working with people and you want to build a team, that's absolutely a possibility. That's something that I have naturally done. I've brought on some amazing, amazing individuals who are on this call who really truly believe in the power of numbers. And we have grown a team of health advocates, mamas, other entrepreneurs. We have, you know, people in the marketing industry from all different backgrounds here in the US. They've joined up with me specifically to basically set forth and try to share health and wellness with people all over the US and the world. And we think that, you know, the more the merrier, the bigger the team, the bigger the message. And so you have the opportunity to be doing things like working, you know, full-time or being a stay-at-home mom while running a team and then making residual income. So residual income is something that I wasn't familiar with a year ago as well, but through affiliate marketing and Enagic, you can be traveling the world, you can be working another job, whatever it is, and you can be receiving these paychecks daily of residual commission. So an example of this is my husband and I were in Asia last year. And in 1 week, I made $5,000 from residual income. My team was crushing it. They were out there, you know, sharing all about Enagic and Kangen water and just making these beautiful connections. And I was literally backpacking with hardly any reception in Asia with my husband and came home to find out that I had made $5,000 in 1 week. And that is to just say that, you know, when you have a team of like-minded people who are all working for the same purpose and all want that same freedom, you're also going to benefit from your team's effort. So you're never taking away from their hard work, but as a whole, you all benefit and you all grow and you all get this incredible commission. Enagic will never not take care of you. They are a beautiful company that has a compensated or patented compensated plan, and it is the most powerful compensation plan I've seen out there. It's unique. The reason why they patented it is because they wanted to set themselves apart from all of these other low ticket companies, you know, who are doing a really good job, but they wanted to provide something that really took care of people. And so the commission plan with direct and indirect sales is something that you never have to worry about. You never have to stress about having inventory in your home. You never have to stress about somebody micromanaging you and saying, hey, you need to make a sale. That's not what this is about. Like Shar was saying, like, we are storytellers, we are guides. This is a company that just wants to give back to our planet and to the community. So the compensation plan too is something that we can also talk to the person that invited you on this call about. But I will say that the biggest, most powerful part of this, and the reason why I chose Enagic, is because the high ticket item earns high ticket commission. So when I'm full-time in the hospital, I'm still able to, with ease, make a beautiful amount of commission that gives back to the planet, gives back to my family, and creates that freedom that a lot of us are looking for. The center of this slide is freedom. And this is what I wanted to touch on to end this call with you, is end with a quote and just remind you guys that this is possible. So if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. This is something that I want you to like paste on the back of your laptop or your refrigerator, or put it like on your bathroom mirror. But just remember that we're all seeking freedom, and we're all trying to figure out, like, how do I do this in the smartest way that's going to allow me to continue to live out those passions, to be a storyteller, to make a difference and make an impact. The freedom comes with affiliate marketing and Enagic, and I cannot stress it enough. It allows you to focus on clearing any debts you have. It allows you to travel. It allows you to cut down in your hours at work. I am just so grateful for this company that just allows me to not put life on hold, to just continue to do the things that I love. And it's helped me physically feel healthier, more energetic. It's helped me mentally just shift my mindset. I appreciate money now. I feel less fatigued, less stressed. And it's also helped me emotionally. So I feel more in alignment with myself. I feel like the business is working for me and not against me. And it's something that I will do the rest of my life. So I just wanted to say, you guys, this is an epic opportunity, and we are all here to support you if you have questions. And at this time, that's all that I have to share. And I will pass it off to Brooklyn for some closing remarks.
Incredible, Lindsay. Thank you so much. Will you go ahead and stop your screen share when you get a moment? Love that graphic. Thank you. That was so powerful. We'll definitely have Lindsay share that graphic with us so that we can share it with all of you guys, because I know I want that up on my computer background already. Everyone, wow. I mean, honestly, like, thank you so much, Lindsay, for tapping into the importance of our compensation plan that just really, truly embodies the effort that we all put in. And thank you to all of our speakers for showing up, putting in work, doing your homework, just to offer some incredible pieces of wisdom. And honestly, I have no doubt that everyone here will walk away with something that they can apply to help them forward in their own path of learning how to earn an income online or building up your income online. So just to do a super fast recap, some of the notes that I took, some key takeaways that all of our speakers shared on. First, probably most important, is be authentic, as we heard so thoroughly. Second is find a product that you love, or create one. But honestly, finding one is going to make things a hell of a lot simpler for you. High ticket items equal fat commissions. We want you to be compensated that matches the way that you work, how you put in effort. Like, you're worthy of abundance. Life is too short to not be making good enough money to like get by at the very least, right? And like, what about thriving? Consistency is key. Of course, you got to keep showing up. No get rich quick really out there. I mean, does a get rich quick kind of thing ever work long term? There's not like a lot of longevity there, but showing up consistently, that is the quickest way to succeed at whatever you're doing. That is the true get rich quick. And then lastly, knowing what your why is. How Charlotte said that thing that you fall back on when you're in hard times. What is this purpose that you're here for? And, you know, if you don't have it figured out overnight, that's okay. But maybe that's something that you want to work on. Maybe that's, you know, the first step in your process. And I know there's so many people here that would love to help you with that. As I said at the beginning of the call, before we end, as a group, we exist to train, support, and uplift one another on this online entrepreneurship journey, which means if you guys are interested in stepping into our training platform and having an advisory call to get all of your questions answered, or if you're interested in the compensation plan, like Lindsay was saying, we have a full-on graphic video that walks you through it. So if either of these things sound good, feel free to get in touch with the person who invited you here to this call today. Just send them a DM, be like, hey, I want to see what training is about. I want to give it a shot. Or, hey, I'd love to know more about the compensation and what you do. As well as if you have any questions, every single one of our awesome coaches here are prepared to answer questions and help you forward if this feels like a possible next step. So that's all for now. I don't want to overdo it. You guys just listen to a lot and have a lot to process and digest. But thank you again. I'm so happy that you guys were here, and I hope that it can be of benefit. Awesome. Aloha, everyone. Have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, morning, and hopefully we see you again really soon. Bye, guys.